Alrighty, joined now by Alison Lee. Alison, just take us through your first round here at the CME Group Tour Championship.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, before the round started, there was a lot of wind blowing when I was on the range. So I was, mentally preparing myself for a tough day out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with my 6 under round. When I got there, the breeze kind of died a little bit. So it made it a little bit easier out there mentally and being able to work my way around the course. But yeah, really happy with my 6 under. It's always tough to follow up a second place with a good round and another good week. So I'm really happy with my start.
What were some of the challenges out there, especially after all the rain we got yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the main challenge was just trying to get the wind right and getting the numbers right and staying mentally in it. Because like I said, for me personally, after a really good stretch of events, it's tough to follow that up. And I feel like I have a little bit of extra pressure on me to do well. But yeah, I didn't let that get ahead of me. And really happy with my round. I honestly played really great. Didn't make too many mistakes out there. I only missed a couple greens, didn't make any bogeys, made a lot of really good putts. Just overall, I mean, it's nothing too exciting. But I feel like I played really consistently out there, and I've been playing really consistent golf lately. So yeah, hopefully I can ride this wave into the last event.
You mentioned it a few times, coming off the second place finish at BMW, second place finish last week at the Annika. You talk about not wanting to put so much pressure on yourself. What are you doing to kind of alleviate that? And then on the, not the flip, but I guess, what are you doing to kind of maintain that consistency to stay towards the top?
Just trying to stay fresh every day, treating every day like a new day, not changing too much into my routine, doing my best to really unwind off the golf course and not think too much on it. Obviously, I am a little disappointed with my last 2 finishes. Obviously, if you told me a month before that I was going to go second place, I wouldn't have believed you. So, yeah, just trying to treat every day like a new day and a new challenge. And that's what I tried to do today, and tried to make as many birdies as I can and tried to play a little bit more aggressively, especially with some of the putts I had with it raining and being a little bit slower. So yeah, thankfully some of them, the hole caught the ball. So hopefully I can keep doing that and play another 3 good days, because it's so tough to play 4 rounds of good golf. Even playing 1 round of good golf is tough. So putting 4 rounds together is obviously the biggest challenge. So 3 more days to go. Hopefully I can keep in the same mindset, and hopefully I can keep hitting it like I am now.
Sarah, go ahead.
How mentally, I don't want to say exhausting, but it's exhausting to keep this kind of, I mean, you said 2 T2s, but you sandwiched in there with a win on the LET, but how mentally exhausting is it to play such good golf?
It's definitely exhausting, but also so much fun. Being in contention, going into the weekend, being one of the last groups on Sunday is obviously what we crave for, what we practice for, what we strive to do when we come out here and play. So it has been mentally exhausting, but also so much fun, and I'm just trying to stay in the moment and really enjoy it. Especially at the very end of the season, I feel like a lot of girls definitely have a little less. I mean, we are all very tired. It's been a marathon of a year, but at the same time, I feel like towards the end of the season, you kind of have a little bit of weight lifted off your shoulders. You're in the last event of the year, really big purse, no cut, a limited field. So that does take a little bit of the edge off, but also just trying to do my best to play great, because it's obviously a big week, a lot of money on the line as well, and for me too, to prove to myself that after 2 events, 2 great weeks, hopefully I can take that experience and everything I learned over those 2 events, and just do the best I can.
We saw you at the beginning of the year in those situations quite often. I mean, really. It never looked like you were super comfortable being there, but the last 3 or 4 weeks, you've looked super comfortable. Mentally, what's switched for you when you're in this kind of position where you're up at the top of the leaderboard and just playing some dang good golf right now?
Mm-hmm. I wish I knew. If I knew the answer, I feel like I would have been in this position a long time ago. But it's so hard to say. I mean, it's easy to just tell yourself, hey, just try and be comfortable out there. Just try and play golf like you don't give an F. and you just play aggressive golf and you play confident golf, and it's easier said than done. You know, I've been able to channel that the last month or two, where I can just, it honestly does feel like I have a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I feel like I've been playing really great. And it does suck that it's at the end of the season. I wish I could have, you know, had this earlier on in the year. But yeah, it's just so hard to say. I mean, I wish I knew. I feel like if anybody knew the right answer, I mean, everyone would be shooting 10 under every day out here, and it would make golf really tough. And that's the beauty of golf. So, yeah, I'm just glad I'm in this moment. I mean, I've been in positions before where, I mean, I didn't even know where the ball was going. I didn't even think I'd make a cut. I didn't think I had what it took to be out here anymore. But with all the hard work I've been putting in, and just all the patience and all the best team around me to help me get here, I feel like, I mean, that's just been the key.
Finally, for me, just kind of a challenging conditions out there. Next 3 days, obviously, when I can keep a good streak going. But what's the mindset heading into the next 3 days? What's really the end of the season here?
Obviously, the goal now is to win. I mean, after the last two events, the best I can, like, if I want to get better than where I was last week, it's obviously to win, and that's what I want to do. Like I said, I know what it takes to win now, especially after playing those last two events. Just trying to minimize mistakes and picking myself if I do make those mistakes, and just trying to play confidently and play aggressive golf. I mean, it's tough to play aggressively when you don't feel like you're playing your best, but I feel like right now I'm playing really solid, and I feel really good about where my game is. So just keep pushing on the gas, like keep pushing on the gas pedal, and trying to make as many birdies as I can. And, you know, on holes where I feel like I mess up or missed a good opportunity, there's always the next hole, and I'm going to keep doing that until the 72nd hole on Sunday.
Cool.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.